which is sport a real sport? Nowadays, this sport has become very popular among young people. Many gamers we compete in international games and tournament, and also they earn a lot of money. However, another people think that e-sport cannot really be called a sport. So today we will share different perspective and opinion about this topic. First, let me introduce my friends. Is Adelina, who believes e-sport should be considered a real sport.
Hi everyone. Yes, I believe that e-sport is a real sport because it requires skills, teamwork, and serious training.
Okay, and next we have Shafika, who has a different perspective about e-sport.
Hello everyone. For me, e-sport is more like competitive gaming. I feel that e-sport should involve active physical activity too.
Okay, thank you for Adelina and Shafika. So, alright, so let's begin our discussion. Adelina, what do you think about sport can be a real sport?
Sure. First, e-sport require a lot of skill and strategy. Professional players need fast reaction, good teamwork, and then strong focus. For example, games like Dota 2 and League of Legends require players to work together and make quick decisions during the game. Besides that, this sport also has international competition. One example is the international, which is offer millions of dollars in prize money. So, in my opinion, this sport has many similarities with traditional sport.
Thank you, Adelina. Now we go to Shafika. So, what is your opinion about e-sport?
I understand Adelina's point, but I think e-sport is different from traditional sport. Usually, sports involve physical movement like running, jumping, or using physical strength. For example, football players need stamina and physical fitness. However, in e-sports, players mostly sit and play using a computer, so the physical activity is very limited. Another issue is health. Playing games for too long may cause eye strains and poor posture and less physical exercise. Because of that, I think sports should be called competitive gaming, not a sport.
Thank you, Shafika, for your interesting point. I like it. So we go to Adelina. So, what do you think about the physical activity issue?
Alright, thank you, Rubiani. I agree that e-sport does not involve a lot of physical movement, but it still requires mental strength, focus, and quick reflex. Professional players train for many hours every day to improve their skill. They also need discipline and then teamwork. Alright, so even though it is different from traditional sport, it still requires serious effort. Yes, I agree that esports requires skill and concentration, but for me, physical activity is still an important element of sports. So maybe esports is a new form of competition, but not exactly the same as traditional sports.
So from our discussion, we can see both of two have a strong argument. Adelina believes e-sport is a sport because it involves competition, training, and teamwork. Meanwhile, Shafika believes sport should involve a physical activity. Maybe we can say that e-sport represents a modern form of competition in the digital era.
Yes, I agree with that. Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah, through our podcast today, we can see that e-sport is a growing industry and it has gained global attention. Some people consider it is a real sport because it involves skill, strategy, and intentional competition. However, other believe sport should involve a physical movement, which make e-sport different from the traditional sport.
Alright, in my opinion, e-sport deserves more recognition in the future.
For me, it is still important to balance gaming with physical activities.
So, in the end, this topic shows the different perspectives that lead to different interpretation. So, thank you for listening our podcast. Bye.
Stop playing game. E-sport today is not just about playing game. And I keep on stressing this time after time again. Being an e-sports player myself, I know the level of critical thinking it will build, strategy building, team cooperation, and many others. Dan ia juga bukan sekadar berkenaan dengan anak-anak yang bermain game. It's not as simple as that. E-sports ecosystem is a lot more wholesome and comprehensive. Now,